Some love stories start with candlelit dinners, long walks, carefully chosen words, months of texting before anyone commits to a coffee. And then there are the other kind. The kind that start with a single night in Las Vegas, a night so unexpected, so electric that by morning one of you has already disappeared. And 3 months later, she knocks on your door. And everything you thought you knew about your life quietly, irreversibly begins to change. Fools Rush In, released on Valentine's Day, the movie that made Salma Hayek a household name, and proved that Matthew Perry could carry a film with nothing but perfect comedic timing and a genuinely open heart. Let's break it all down. Fools Rush In is a 1997 romantic comedy directed by Andy Tennant, who would go on to make Sweet Home Alabama and Hitch with a screenplay by Catherine Reback and a score by the legendary Alan Silvestri, the man behind Forrest Gump and the Avengers theme. Matthew Perry and Salma Hayek are both so lovable, and the story is fresh and vibrant with a big heart. Alex Whitman, played by Matthew Perry, is a New York City project manager sent to Las Vegas to oversee the construction of a nightclub his firm has been hired to build. He is, as the film cheerfully acknowledges, the most buttoned-up wasp in any given room. Organized, scheduled, allergic to spontaneity, the kind of man who has a plan for everything and feelings about none of it. Then he walks into a Las Vegas restaurant, and he sees Isabel Fuentes. Played by Salma Hayek, Isabel is a free-spirited Mexican-American photographer, deeply rooted in her cultural community, her enormous extended family, and her unshakable belief in destiny and signs. She reads the world differently than Alex does. Where he sees schedules, she sees signals. Where he sees logic, she sees fate. They are, by every conventional metric, completely wrong for each other. They are also immediately, undeniably, helplessly drawn to each other. That night, they talk for hours. And then, one thing leads to another. In the morning, Alex wakes up alone. Isabel has gone. No note, no number, no explanation. She left because she was overwhelmed. As a woman from a close-knit traditional family, she was scared about what had happened between them and felt she couldn't face him in the morning. 3 months later, Isabel finds him. She has decided to keep and raise the child alone, even though it will disappoint her family. She asks Alex to a family dinner just so they can meet her baby's father at least once. She is not asking him for anything. She is not asking him to stay. She is giving him a graceful exit wrapped in one evening of accountability. Alex goes to the dinner, and he meets the Fuentes family. Isabel's family is enormous, warm, loud, and immediately overwhelming for a man who grew up in the studied quietness of Connecticut. Her father Miguel, played by Tomas Milian, regards Alex with the full, unblinking suspicion of a man who has worked hard his whole life and will not apologize for wanting better for his daughter. Her cousins, uncles, aunts, they are curious and boisterous and alive in a way that makes Alex's own upbringing feel like a library by comparison. And yet he finds himself falling harder, not just for Isabel. For the noise and the food and the warmth and the belonging. Though Isabel is prepared to say goodbye after dinner, Alex suggests they pursue a relationship. And then, with the particular brand of impulsive sincerity that defines him, he proposes. They marry that night at a Las Vegas wedding chapel. An Elvis impersonator witnesses the ceremony. Being married to someone you've known for a cumulative total of about 48 hours turns out to have complications. Who could have predicted this? Alex and Isabel love each other. That part is genuine and never in question. But everything around that love is a negotiation neither of them was prepared for. Isabel's world is communal. Her family drops by without warning. Alex's world is individual, scheduled, structured, anchored to a career in New York that he has spent his entire adult life building. Isabel's father disowns her when he discovers she is pregnant and eloped without the family's knowledge or consent. That wound runs deep. And Alex, trying to be the right kind of husband, trying to prove he belongs in this life he stumbled into, is carrying a secret. In early June, his boss tells him to return to New York by July 1st for a new project and a promotion. He secretly agrees, even though he had promised Isabel they would not leave until after the baby is born in October. He tells himself he'll figure it out. He tells himself there's time. He does not figure it out. There is not time. Isabel finds out about the secret job offer. They fight. Not a small fight. And then, Isabel suffers a medical complication. She ends up in the hospital. Lying in that hospital bed, overwhelmed, frightened, exhausted, Isabel makes a decision that she will regret. She lets Alex believe she has lost the baby. She tells him they were never meant to be together. Distraught, Alex returns to New York. Isabel, still pregnant, goes to rural Mexico to stay with her great-grandmother. And just like that, the marriage that started with an Elvis impersonator and a leap of faith ends with divorce papers in the mail. In New York, Alex is good at being miserable. He goes back to his career, his schedule, his careful, structured, loveless life. And the world will not leave him alone. He sees signs everywhere. A priest tells him to watch carefully for guidance. He nearly trips over a chihuahua on the sidewalk. He sees a photograph of the Grand Canyon in a shop window, the same canyon Isabel photographed, the same view she loved. And then a little Hispanic girl named Isabel in a store will not stop staring at him. The universe apparently has opinions. Alex realizes something that his schedule and his career and his carefully maintained life could never have taught him. He loves her. He buys a plane ticket. Alex travels to rural Mexico to find Isabel. He finds her great-grandmother instead, a woman who speaks only Spanish, who tells him in words he can barely translate that Isabel loves him, and that she has gone back to Las Vegas to have her baby. He only half understands. He understands the part that matters. He drives. He intercepts her at the Hoover Dam. Alex tells her he loves her, and then he realizes she is still pregnant. She never lost the baby. She lied because she was scared and in pain and couldn't see any other way through. He is not angry. He is there. Isabel goes into labor. Their daughter is born right there, dramatic, improbable, and absolutely on brand for a love story that has refused to do anything the expected way. The couple renews their vows, surrounded by both families, the Fuentes family and the Whitman family, finally fully in the same room. Two worlds that spent the whole film keeping these two people apart, deciding, in the end, to let love win. Fools Rush In is, on the surface, a romantic comedy about two people who marry too fast and have to figure out if what they feel is real. But underneath that, it's a film about the courage it takes to love someone whose world is completely unlike yours. To not just tolerate the differences, but to want them. To understand that love is not two people becoming one, it's two whole, complicated, culturally rooted people choosing each other anyway. Drop a comment. Have you seen this one? And did it make you cry at the Hoover Dam? Like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.